Hello, everybody. It's Ken Faulkner, and I'm here with my collection of Twosuns, which has just had another one added to it. And I know what you're going to say. No, I did not buy this knife. Okay? Just to make that clear, right up front, I didn't fall off that wagon. I didn't jump off the wagon. This one was a gift. Very cool gift from a friend in the community. But before we get to it, I'm just going to run through these. I got 6. I mean, it's just growing fast. I mean, some of these I've gotten recently. And yeah, the Twosuns are growing fast. And I like it. I mean, you get a wide variety. This one I got, this is the first one I bought. And it was a killer deal. So inexpensive. Got it on Amazon, and boy, I had to wait for weeks for this thing to show up. I had no idea. I had no idea that Amazon does not always overnight. I guess I kind of knew that. But yeah, this one took a long time. So I've tended to go over to White Mountain Knives more recently. They definitely are having them stocked up in the United States and making it something that you can get pretty easily. This is, I believe, let's see, this one would be the TS21, one of the earlier models. And they talk about, some people talk about how they get better as you get higher in the numbers. But this is a very nice one, very cool one. Flipper only, but it just works really well. Good knife for the price. D2 blade, which is not a problem for me. And that's the first one that I bought. This one I didn't buy. This was a gift, another gift from my son. Very special. I don't always get gifts from my son, but when I do, I really appreciate it. This is a very cool one too. I think I had this one on my wish list, so I think he got it off my my Amazon wish list. So I think he ended up waiting a while. I think I remember that it was like for a birthday, and I had to wait for a couple weeks before it showed up. Anyway, so he learned the lesson as well. This one I think is the TS49, it looks like. And we're talking D2, and it's also got the carbon fiber in it. And it's got some cool milling. And this is where you're starting to see that Twosun has the titanium with the really kind of cool milling that they do. And they have really led the way in that. A lot more companies are doing milling in their titanium for more reasonable prices. Twosun, you can see that it says Twosun right there. Focus. They were doing it pretty early on, and pretty impressive stuff. A nice little dual grind there. Kind of odd looking, but a little cool dual grind. Kind of almost like a long tanto with a little small little, not a very pronounced tip, but a little secondary tip. All right, we're going to keep moving. This is number 2. This is the third one I got, and this one was a big one because it was more expensive. This one is the only one I have here that is, well, no, I might have to take that back. This is M390 steel, and this is a Jerry Jelly design. And this one was on all the channels when it first came out. You see that satin brush, kind of a belt satin. Looks really, really nice. Nice blade, so tall, so flat, really slicey. It's got these kind of grooves in the carbon fiber on this one, and micro milling. If I can get it to focus and show up, because it's pretty small micro milling in the titanium. But yeah, so really nice knife. Just great action. A lot of people were just raving about it. It was a little bit more expensive. I think this one was around, where is it? About $160. So this is the $66, $75. And for the materials, I mean, it's pretty good, especially when you get into the M390. This is a crazier one. See if it has the number on it. It's got this cool hole in it, and it's this. If I can get it. Focus. Probably not well enough to read it. Let me pull it over to the side. It says Max. I know I have this designer on a couple things. This is the TS382, and it's 4C28N, 14C, sorry, 28N. Max Teshuk. I don't know. Maybe the other blade that has. I think this is the other one with that designer. So it's kind of a wild design. Not necessarily as functional as I would like, because the hole being big, it's kind of hard to get it to flick out. You kind of have to get used to it, and I don't carry it enough to be able to do it every time. But then once I've flicked it a few times, I kind of get the hang of it. But it also does have a front flipper, so it's pretty cool. It's got micro milling, it's got the carbon fiber, so a lot of cool features in it. And the 14C28N, which is a little upgrade, I think, from the D2. Most people would agree to that. And then we're talking, and we're getting some big blades here too. You can see these kind of a little smaller. These are pretty big, which is what I like. This one was not that long ago that I did the video on this one. I picked this one up just because I was in the mood for another Twosun. And I get that way sometimes because they kind of like a little bit different, because there's so many different designers. And yes, this is that Max. So maybe I can read it better on this one. Max TKACHUK. I probably heard the name before. It's the TS376, and it's a D2 blade. Anyway, I like his designs. They're pretty cool. And this hole is definitely more manageable. And it's got that lightning ano, which is very nice looking, with a little bit of milling on the beveled edges. And more flat here. Nice pocket clip. Great knife. And even more recently, and this was one of those ones that I was falling off the wagon for, so you may be very familiar with this one. Another one from that Max person. Max Tukachuk. Another D2 blade. But I remember I talked about how much I love daggers, and that drew me to this one. I've been buying this one from... I think this is the one that I bought from Stella. I'm getting confused now. I think I bought this from Stella. I think I saw this one on Stella's channel, and I bought it. I think that's how it worked. Anyhow, so let's move the old ones out of the way. Some of them not so old, but yeah, there's a guy on YouTube who's got this fabulous sticker, and he also puts them on these cool notebooks. And it's Tim's School of Fish. Tim's a great guy. I mean, I was kind of late into the game. I think I came in as he was getting up to 1K. But yeah, I'm addicted to his channel. I'm hooked. Tim's School of Fish. It's appropriate. I think he started out doing fishing videos, so that's appropriate as well. There's another channel he started up. He was doing a couple of pipe videos. He's got a lot of different interests. He's a very eclectic guy. So, you know, I'm not a pipe smoker, but I still like to watch some of his stuff because he's very interesting. He gets into detail about his stuff, and especially his knives. He's always coming up with stuff. And this was given to him by somebody on the channel, and forgive me, I forgot the name of the person. I probably recognize it, but you know, me and names is terrible. And my life is so busy, it seems like I never have time to actually go and research all the stuff I should be doing on a video. Maybe if I retire and I'm still doing the channel, then it'll be easier. Now this, it looks really nice. It's got this ano job, and I looked up on White Mountain again that normally when this comes, it comes as just a gray plain titanium, kind of like some of these other ones, you know, kind of that gray titanium. But somebody did an ano job on it. I have no idea who it was, but it goes from purple over to a lighter kind of almost yellowish green, and it's got these inlays of carbon fiber, which is another interesting feature. This is why I kind of get into that mood where I just want a Twosun, because they're kind of crazy, kind of fun. It's got the flipper, and it's got the hole. it's a little bit worn on this side. So what I'm thinking about, I don't know that much about ano. I've never done it myself, but I have heard that it kind of wears out over time. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to just strip off the ano and try it out like that for a while. I don't know if I'll ever do ano myself, but I think because it's kind of worn, I think it'll look a little bit nicer, kind of stripped off and starting back fresh. So I've looked up a little bit on that. So I'll probably do a follow-up video on this when I do it. I don't know if it's going to be before Blade Show. I get really busy. I get really distracted. I got some other things I'm doing right now. So we'll see. But that's the plan. My plan is to bring this back to the bare titanium. Also, when I got it, it was a little bit tight. And I just loosened it up. And I really like the action now. It's just very nice. I got to take it apart, clean it. Ooh, sorry. I've been actually carrying. I never have carried notebooks before, but now that Tim has been kind enough to give me a couple of his notebooks, I'm starting to put them in the pocket, and they just throw it in the back pocket. Works really great. Thank you, Tim, for this. Super kind. This is the TS306, and the steel on this one, it's interesting, is a M398. And I've heard of it before, but I've never actually had an M398 steel blade. So we'll see how that goes. And I know that maker mark, and I would know the name if I had heard it. And you probably recognize the maker's mark. I can't come up with it off the top of my head. So I will probably throw that in as text on the video. And that's it. Now I'm up to 7. Count them, 7 Twosuns. And I didn't even have to buy this one. And you know, I still have that money that I would have spent on something like that to go to Blade Show and buy something like that. And I'm excited. I know probably somebody out there is going, is he talking about Blade Show again? God, I'm sorry. I'm kind of a nut about it. But it's going to be a blast. And anybody who's there, you know, let me know. Maybe we can get together. I've already contacted Tim. I think we're going to get this together sometime. His buddy on Just the Tip, he does a Just the Tip Live, and Jake from Uncommon EDC. You may remember I talked about knife meetup we did, and he's a great guy. I don't know if he's going to Blade Show in Atlanta. I have to check with him, see. But anyway, hanging out with all the people is such a great time. That's one of the really good things about it. I love to buy knives too, so that's another good thing for me. Some people just go for the people, and I can't blame them for that. So anyway, and there's blade shows, Texas, West, Atlanta. I know it's a lot. It's a big commitment, but I'm just so excited about it. I just do it. I can understand why some people don't, but you know, maybe you want to go to a show that's a little closer to you. Anyhow, enough about that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.